I took this basic photo of my own scrunchie product using my mobile phone, and I asked ChatGPT to generate this image. I didn't have to scroll through tons of background templates on an app. I just told it exactly what I wanted and it did it in under a minute. But there is a bit of a trick to getting your images to generate in the exact way that you want them, because when you're on the free version, you don't get many chances to get it right before you meet your daily image limit. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to ask ChatGPT to generate your product images so that you get an image that suits your product and your brand. I'm going to show you what works well and not so well, because it is by no means perfect, but if you do it properly, you can have a whole lot of fun with it and get some really good results. Hi, I'm Lee. I make handbags, jewellery and accessories, and I share all of my beginner-friendly tips and tricks to help others get started with their small business ideas or their hobbies. So if you like what you see and you want to see more, please hit the subscribe button. If you've never used ChatGPT before, you will need to create an account. And as I said, I'm going to be using the free version in this video. The free version gives you limited image generation. And given that AI is supposed to be intelligent, I find it quite amusing that it can't actually tell us how many images per day that is. But based on my own experience, I've been able to generate about 2 to 3 images per day and upload 1 file. You need to give it an original picture of your product for it to work with. So I'm going to be using this picture here of my scrunchie to demonstrate how this works. So now let's look at what ChatGPT can do. To generate an image, you can either click on this create an image option or type your prompt into this box here where it says ask anything. And as we're asking it to generate a product image, I'm going to upload my scrunchie picture into this chat. And to do that, I just drag and drop the file into the chat, but don't hit enter yet because you want to give it some instructions. And here's where a lot of people get this part wrong, because the biggest mistake you can make is giving it vague instructions. For example, if I just say make this picture look professional, it's going to generate a nice professional looking picture, but it might not be suitable for my brand. Now that took about 15 to 20 seconds to generate that image, and it's not a terrible looking image, but it is not going to make your product stand out in a crowded market. And now we've just used up almost half of our daily image allowance, so let's improve the way we ask for our next image. In my next prompt, I asked ChatGPT this: please make a product image for my online store for the image provided and remove background. The product is a pink satin scrunchie. The style is youthful and fun. The background should be a white vanity table with props including a mirror, lip gloss, sunglasses, candle, mobile phone and brush. The colour scheme is bright with lots of pink and summery colours. Target audience is female aged 15 to 35. Make the image square. And with that prompt, it took about 60 seconds for it to generate my new image. It took a lot longer than the first one, but with that extra detail, it has produced a much better professional looking image. Now my prompt was a lot more descriptive than the original request, so I'm going to break that down for you to show you exactly what you need to do to improve your product image. Basically, I gave it 5 important details. Number 1, tell ChatGPT what your image is for. It needs to generate a professional image for an online store. Number 2, describe your product and style. No one knows this better than you, so explain exactly what your product is. Number 3, describe the background. There's just so much that you can do here. You can have a beach setting, you can take it outside into nature. It's really down to you and what your product is, but make this really clear in your instruction. Number 4, tell it who your target audience is. This could be something like female 18 to 35, or if it's for a mature audience, or maybe your product is made from eco-friendly materials and your target audience are eco-conscious. Number 5, ask for a specific image size or format. Unless you tell ChatGPT to generate a square image, it's likely to default to a portrait image. Okay, so now let's take a closer look at the finished image. I was really pleased with it. It hit the brief. Now it did give me some flowers and a ring, which I didn't ask for, but I was very flattered, so I decided to leave it in. But I did find an issue, and it was with the reflection that's in the mirror. It's not a mirror image. So I now need to refine my image, and we are still within the daily limit. Now I wasn't confident that it was going to be able to generate a perfect mirror image, but I still wanted to have a mirror. So instead I sent a new request to keep everything as it is, but to change the mirror to a compact mirror in a gold case. And so it generated a new image for me in just under a minute. But then I found another issue, and this was with the logo that's on the label on my scrunchie. It was distorted, and that is the last thing that you want to get wrong. Can't have any inconsistencies with your brand. But now I have reached the end of my daily limit, so I've now got to wait 24 hours before I can ask it to correct the logo. And so the next day I asked for it to correct the distorted logo, and it wasn't able to do it. And I think that's because my logo is my own handwriting. That's hard to replicate. If your logo is just normal text, then I think you'd have better chance of it generating correctly. Rather than asking it to keep trying to fix it, I asked it to remove the logo from the label altogether and to give me a blank label. And I think that is a really good thing to do, because the last thing you want is for your logo to look wrong. So that's exactly what it did. So now I can just download my image from here, save that locally to my PC, and then I can now add my logo back in using Canva, which is what I've done here. Now you might see this as a lot of faffing about and can't get much done with the daily allowance, but if you use your prompts correctly and you're not in a hurry, you can do this over a few days and get some really good high quality product images for your online store, and it is completely free. I've found the image generator to be really helpful, and I'm really interested in this free offer here, which is to use their Plus subscription. So look out for my next video, because I'm going to put that to the test and see if the Plus subscription is worth it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments how you got on with your images, and I'll see you again in the next video.